Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got game two of the San Diego Padres St. Louis Cardinals series, and leading off for the visiting Padres. Playing left field is Roberts, batting second, playing shortstop is Templeton, batting third, playing right field is Gwynn, batting fourth, playing first base is Gonzalez, batting fifth, playing third base is Henley, batting sixth, playing center field is Gaston, batting seventh, doing the catching is Kennedy, batting eighth, playing second base is Flannery. And batting ninth and doing the pitching is Kirby. And let's take a look at the hometown starting lineup. Leading off, playing shortstop is Smith. Batting second, playing second, Her. Batting third, playing first base, McGuire. Batting fourth, playing third base, Boyer. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Simmons. Batting sixth, playing center field is Drew. Batting seventh, playing right field is Musial. Batting eighth and playing left field is Brock. And on the mound, batting ninth is the Carpenter, Chris Carpenter. Let's get down here to the stadium. Get this game started. And Bip Roberts leads it off, batting $125 with no homers and no RBIs for the Padres. And Chris Carpenter's first appearance of the year, 2009. He was 17-4 with a 2.24 ERA. And the Padres right now are in last place in the West, 2 games back. Roberts batting $125, Templeton $375, Gwynn $400, Kennedy $250, Flannery $214, Jones with no ERA, PV with a 5.14, Ed Whitson 9, and Dravecki with a 3.89. And here's the first pitch to Roberts, and that ball is well hit. And the Carpenter serves up one. And that ball is high. And that ball is far. See how far that ball is going to go. Kiss it goodbye. And that ball's out of here. We're going to fix Carpenter's card here. That G and the Z too close together. Give me a second and then we'll have the home run here. Let's fix Carpenter's card. Or notes, not card. Fix his notes here. And the Carpenter did it. Okay. Chris Carpenter, not Matt. Separate that. Separate that. And back to the ball game we shall go and get the home run here for the leadoff hitter, Biff Robertson. Gives the Padres a 1-0 lead, folks. And just like that, the Padres are on the scoreboard. Gary Templeton. Those fans in St. Louis can even find their seats. And Gary Templeton batting .375, no homers and 3 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Carpenter. He fires over to first for out number 1. See San Diego's schedule. They got one more game here in St. Louis. Then they go home to take on the Big Red Machine for 3 games, and then the Diamondbacks come to town. Tony Gwynn's up now, batting 400. No homers and 5 RBIs. Just what you expect out of Gwynn. That's an easy grounder down to Tommy at second for out number 2. And Gonzalez comes to the plate now. And he's batting .250 with no homers and 4 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this. See where this one ends up at, folks. And that ball is blasted in the right field. And that'll be a 2-out double. Runner down at second. And 2 outs. Can the Padres double their fun, double their pleasure with double mint gum and double the lead? And Chase is up. And Chase is batting .154 with a homer and RBI. Excuse me, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Brock. That'll win the inning. But they scored one. San Diego up 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. You got Smith, her, and McGuire due up here for the Cardinals, old Redbirds. And Ozzy's batting .250. No homers and no RBIs. And this is Clay Kirby's first appearance of the year. And in, excuse me, 1971, he was 15-3 with a 2.83 ERA. And the Cardinals, they are in second place, a game and a half back of the Brewers and Pirates. Stan Musial is batting .182. Willie McGee is yet to get a hit. Renteria is batting .286. The machine Pujols is batting .400. And Edmonds is yet to get a hit. Tudor with a 1.08 ERA. Andahar with a 3.86. And Mr. Gibson with a 10.29. And here's the first pitch to Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Smith. Got football in my brain, and Ozzie gets a hold of this one. And that's going to be a leadoff hit for the. And that ball is hit hard. That ball gets to the wall. Ozzie Smith, where did he find the pop there? And that's going to be a stand-up double. And right away, Cardinals has got the tying run in scoring position. And Tommy Herr's up. Tommy's batting .500. No homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Actually, that's a line drive. And now they'll get the batter, but the runner will get back to second. So now you got Mark McGuire up. And McGuire. And that'll be minus a 5, 6, 7, 25. McGuire's up now with the runner in scoring position. Do we pitch to McGuire? That is the question. That is the question. What's Ken batting? What is Ken batting on the year here? And he has yet to get a hit, so I think that makes it obvious. You intentionally walk McGuire. You don't let him beat you. Sets up the double play ball. First and second now. 1 out. McGuire down at first. Ozzie. Now you don't like walking the go-ahead run, but Ken Boyer is yet to get a hit. He's 0 for 5. And that's going to be against the 16. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Infield fly rule will be in effect. That'll be out number 1. Now there's 2 outs, and can Ted Simmons deliver here? Ted batting .250 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kirby gets out of it with nobody scoring. To the top of the first, a 1-0 Padres lead. Cito, Kennedy, and Flannery due up here. Cito Gaston's batting .357, no homers and 2 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Smith. Over to McGuire for out number 1. And up to the plate now is Kennedy, and Terry's batting .250 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play. 38 on a 66. And that's going to be hit in the left field. And Brock's out there. See if he can make the play. And a 44 and a 2 should be fielding column 2. And it is. And that's going to be a single in the left. Batter out trying for second. S runner holds it first. So Kennedy's going to hold it first. He's got a 1-out single. He doesn't try to stretch that double. He holds it first. And now you got a runner on. 1 out for Tim Flannery. And Flannery's batting 214 as Ken Castro joins us here today. Yeah, old Clay Kirby has the early lead here. Flannery is 214, no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be against the 19. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Lou makes the catch for out number 2. And it's up to, speaking of Clay Kirby, it's up to Clay Kirby to deliver here. And this is Kirby's first at bat in 1971. He batted .093, no homers, 3 RBIs. Yeah, Stan the man out there in right field. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Carpenter strikes him out. That ends the inning. Kennedy gets stranded at first. To the bottom of the second we go. Drew, just speaking of Stan the man, Ken, he's due up second, followed by Lou Brock. And JD batting .500, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. 43 and an 8. And he's going to make the play, Kennedy is. Fire down the first for out number 1. And here is Stan the man. And Musial's batting a .182, no homers and no RBI. That's going to be a ground ball down to Gary Templeton. He fires over to Gonzalez. 2 quick outs here. Can Lou Brock set the table here with 2 outs and get something going? He's batting .250, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Cito in center. 1, 2, 3 goes the Redbirds. To the top of the third we go. The top of the order due up here for the Padres. Roberts, Templeton, and Gwynn. And Bipp homered to start this game off. That's where that 1 run's from. And not this time. That's a ground ball down to McGuire. He calls off Carpenter, takes it himself for out number 1. And Gary Templeton comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to Carpenter his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Chris strikes him out. That's his second strikeout of the game. And Tony Gwynn comes up now. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And he gets a hold of this, Gwynn does. See where this lands in St. Louis. And that ball is laced in the right field. And that's off the wall for a double. Gwynn down there with 2 outs. And Gonzalez up. San Diego trying to add to this 1-run lead. Gonzalez, he doubled in the first inning. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Carpenter gets him. The 2-out double gets stranded. To the bottom of the third we go. And we got Carpenter due up, and then it's back to the top with Smith and her. And Chris in 2009 batted a .175 with a homer and 7 RBIs. So you can't groove one here for Kirby. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second for out number 1. And Ozzie comes up. Ozzie doubled back in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Chase at third. Over to Gonzalez for out number 2. Tommy Herr gets something going here. He lined out the second, hit it right on the head, but Flannery was there. And that's going to be a lot easier play. A slow grounder. Flannery makes that one too. 1, 2, 3 goes to Cards. To the top of the fourth. Chase, Cito, and Kennedy is up. Chase 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boyer. His counterpart throws him out for out number 1. Cito Gaston comes up now. Cito's 0 for 1. He grounded out. And that's going to be another ground ball to Boyer, one of the best fielding third basemen in the game. And they keep testing him. He keeps answering. That brings up Terry Kennedy. And he singled back in the second. That's another ground ball. And Boyer sets a record held by many. All three balls hit down there, all 3 outs made. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Got the big boys due up here, McGuire, Boyer, and Simmons. And Mark, he was intentionally walked back in the 1st. And that's why, folks, he squares this ball up. Mark McGuire is on fire. And that's going to be a leadoff double. McGuire's down at 2nd. Time running scoring position for Ken Boyer. And Boyer, he's 0 for 1. He popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden now, Kirby's got himself in a pickle. Nobody out, 1st and 2nd. And you got Ted Simmons up. Simmons struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a foul ball in behind the plate near the screen. And Kennedy makes the catch for out number 1. So Simmons pops up, and now you got J.D. Drew. And Drew, he's off to a good start this year. He's 0 for 1 today, though. Here's the pitch to J.D. That's going to be a base on balls. Kirby's walked, the base is loaded. All 4 Cardinals, and here's the man. Cardinals with 1 up. Stan the man. He's off to a slow start, but all can be forgiven here. He's 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch to Stan, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kirby strikes him out. Big strike out there by Kirby. So it's up to Lou Brock. Can Brock get a base hit here? He's 0 for 1. He flew out the Cito his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Kirby throws over to first. The Cardinals leave the bases loaded. And it's still a 1-0 game with 1 out, bases loaded. Unbelievable. Nobody comes across. We go to the top of the 5th with the bottom part of the order due up. Flannery, Kirby, and then back to Bip. And Tim, he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Carpenter strikes him out. It's 4 strikeout by Carpenter. And Curb's up. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 1st. 54. McGuire's not that great of a fielding first baseman. 54 is probably going to be a fielding 3. And it is. And that's going to be an error. And Kirby's going to be safe at first on the E3. Not what you want, an error and getting the pitcher board here. Will they make them pay for it? Now you got the top of the order up with a runner on 1st and 1 out. Bip hit a bippity-boppity home run back in the 1st. And he gets a hold of this one. Roberts is having a hell of a game here, folks. All this. And he laces a double in the right field. Stan the man does not have much of an arm out there. Kirby's got good speed. He'll probably score here. 42. And a 32. So a 62 or lower. Kirby scores. And he's in there. So an RBI double doubles the lead. Now you got a runner down at 2nd. And still only 1 out. So now you got Bip down at 2nd for Gary Templeton. And Templeton, he's 0 for 2 today. So it's Roberts 2, Cardinals nothing. Old Bip's done it all today here. Gary's 0 for 2. Not anymore, he's not. And it's not going to be a 2-0 game for long here. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Where's this one going to land at, folks? And that's off the wall. Templeton thought he had a homer. He's hustling down the 2nd. And that'll be another double. This Carpenter just gets it out of the sweet spot. That G comes into effect. And it's just a double. Now you got Templeton down there with 1 out. And it's a 3-0 game. Tony Gwynn's already doubled in this game as we drop 2 dice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And Templeton's going to stay put. No need to get thrown out when a single will score you from second. And now Gonzalez is up. And Gonzalez, he's doubled in this game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Carpenter gets him, but the San Diego Padres add 2 on back-to-back doubles. It's 3-0. San Diego. You got Carpenter due up here, followed by Smith and her. Chris do something here on his own. And he does, folks. I told you can't just lay it in there. He laces that ball down the first baseline, and he's got himself a stand-up double. Chris Carpenter. We don't need no stinking DH, folks. Runner down at second. Nobody out. Cardinals trailing by 3. Ozzy's doubled in this game. Can he do it again and drive in a run? And nope. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. A 53 and a 5. And that's going to be fielding column 2. And that's going to be, he's going to look the runner back to second. Fire over to first. And now there's 1 out. Runner still down at second for Tommy Herr. And Tommy is 0 for 2. He's lined out and grounded out to second. And that's going to be a base on balls. Kirb's got himself in a predicament here. Tying run comes to the plate, and the man you don't want to see up here, Mark McGuire, he's 1 for 1. He doubled in the 4th. And that's why you don't want to see him, folks, because that ball is high, that ball is far, and that ball is goodbye. Kiss it goodbye. His 3rd homer of the year, folks. Mark McGuire is smoking hot. It is 3-3, just like that. All the walks. Can't walk, guys, in this league. Now you got Boyer up. He's 0 for 1. He walked back in the 4th. And that's going to be a rare play, a 39 and a 34. And a 39. That's going to be a foul ball, strike 1 on Boyer. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Ken. And that's going to be hit down the third. Short, rather. Templeton bobbles it. Fumble, bumble, stumbles, and that'll be an E6. And Boyer's aboard here, so now the defense is letting Kirby down after he gives up the gopher ball. And Ted Simmons is up. He is struck out and popped up. And that's going to be against the righty, 17. And that's going to be laced in the right field. And let's see if Boyer can get down the third here. That'll be a 3. That'll be a 41. And a 33. Plus a 15. A 23. And who's up after Tim Drew? 23. And that is a 45. He's going to stay put. Boyer, Drew is hot. He's not going to go nowhere. He's going to let Drew get a chance to drive him in there. So now you got JD up. He's batting 400 on the year. He's 0 for 1. He did walk back in the 4th. Like I say, he's smoking hot. Let him get a chance here to drive him in. And that's going to be a 14 and a 9. And that's exactly what he's going to do. That's going to be a single to the left. And again, they're going to put the brakes on Boyer, and that'll fill the bases up, folks. I might have sent him on that one. And now you got Stan the man up. Cardinals everywhere you look in a 3-3 tie. Kirby needs a ground ball double play in the worst way. Stan the man's 0 for 2. He did ground out and strike out today. And he's going to fly out the left this time. And that's going to be a 42. And they're going to be sending Boyer on this one. 42 and a 30 plus 15. That'll be a 27. And Simmons will tag and go to third. If Boyer's safe. If not, that'll be the final out. So what did I say? It was a 27. So that'll be a 53 or lower. 53 or lower. Boyer scores and breaks the tie here. And he is out on a 54. Bippity boppity boo. Bip Roberts throws him out. So a fly ball out the left, and Roberts throws out Boyer. And that ends the inning. Cardinals ran too, but tie this game up. And we go to the top of the sixth. Well, he was thrown out, Dwayne. I didn't throw him out. I had him safe. Hold on a second. Need to throw him out here. It was a fly ball, and he throws him out. And there we go. And we go to the top of the sixth in a 3-3 tie. So Chase is up, followed by Gaston and Kennedy. Chase Headley is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Tommy. And that'll be out number 1. And Cito comes to the plate. And Cito's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be through the hole in the right field for a base hit. And Cito's on with 1 out. Tying run at first. Kennedy at the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. He singled back in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And the runner will get down the second. Ozzie throws over to first. Now there's 2 outs for Flannery. And Tim is 0 for 2, runner in scoring position. And here's the pitch to Flannery. And that's going to be a ground ball. Smith's got it. He fires over to first. The Padres strand 1 to the bottom of the 6th. We go in a 3-3 tie. You got Brock, Carpenter, and then Ozzie due up. If Brock gets on, we'll probably pitch hit for Chris. If not, we're going to let him bat, I think. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Brock strikes out. Like I say, we're going to let Chris bat. Hell, he's hit a double in this game already and came around to score. So here's the pitch to Carpenter. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Cito takes a few steps back, makes the catch. Carpenter gave out a ride, but just a little short. Now there's 2 outs for Ozzie Smith. He doubled back in the second, 1 for 3. And that's going to be another fly ball out the Cito. And 1, 2, 3 goes the Cardinals. To the top of the 7th we go. And that's going to be it for Kirby. He's going to lead off this 7th inning. So he goes 6 innings, gives up 6 hits. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And who do we want to come off the bench? Loretta is going to come off the bench. Try to get on here. Where is he at? There's Mark. And this is Mark's first plate appearance in 2004. He hit .335, 16 homers, and 76 RBIs. He'll be followed by Roberts and Templeton. Here's the pitch to Mark. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Brock for out number 1. And you see the team comparisons. And San Diego 1-3 with 18 runs, only 1 homer and 1 stolen base. The Cardinals 2-1, 12 runs, 9 homers and 2 stolen bases. We're back to the top of the order. And Bip Roberts having an all-around great game. He's 2 for 3, and he threw a runner out at the plate. He had a homer and a RBI double. And that's going to be a deep fly ball, but Stan's got room, makes the catch for out number 2. And Gary Templeton comes to the plate now. And Gary's 1 for 3. He doubled and drove in a run in the 5th. And that's going to be a base hit. Templeton turns on it. Stan gets over, cuts it off, holds Gary to a single. And Tony Gwynn's up. And Gwynn is 1 for 3 today. He doubled back in the 3rd. What would that be? A 24. Do they want to get Templeton in the scoring position? I think they're going to try a 46 or lower. Templeton steals here. 46 or lower. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Templeton gets in the scoring position. Now a runner down at second. And 2 outs for Gwynn. Here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a ground ball to Smith. He fires over to first. And Gary gets stranded. We go to the 7th inning stretch, tied up at 3 apiece. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch. What we got to do up here. We got a switch hitter and then 2 big righties coming up. So, let's see. And Bell, I think, is going to come out of the bullpen. They don't want to bring on Trevor yet. Like to have the lead, so Bell will come out of the bullpen. Pitch to these guys. Where's Mr. Bell? Ring my bell, LL. Ring my bell. And Bell, this is his 2nd appearance of the year. He is no record and no ERA. He'll be facing the 2, 3, 4 hitters. McGuire, and Boyer trying to keep this a tie ball game. Tommy is 0 for 2. He's walked, came around the score in the 5th. Here's the pitch to Tommy. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Roberts for out number 1. And here comes the man who has done it all today, Mark McGuire, folks. 2 for 2, a walk and a 3-run homer. Here's the pitch to McGuire. And they get him. That's a swing and a miss. Bell strikes him out. Big out there. And that brings up Ken Boyer. Boyer is 0 for 2. He did walk and reach on an error. He's been on base twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Cito. 1, 2, 3 goes to Cardinals. To the top of the 8th we go. Carpenter's going to see here. Carpenter. What are we going to do with Carpenter? We're going to take him out of this game. How are we going to take Chris out of the game? That is the question. And he'd be a 15. Let's see who they got. And Carpenter's due up when? He is due up 5th. So I think that's going to be it for Chris. Who we got coming up? We got switch hitters. And Joe, I think we're going to bring Joe out, the lefty. I think that's what we're going to do, folks. Bring out the lefty. We want to bring out the lefty. Browski.
Hoerner.
And Joe Hoerner is going to come out of the bullpen. That's what we're going to do. That'll be it for Carpenter. And Joe will come in here and try to keep this a tie ball game. Like I say, he's due up 5th. I don't think we want to. Who could play third? Scott Rowland could come in the game and play third. But we'll hold off. I don't think we want to do the double switch here. Thinking probably way too much. Thinking too much. Let's see here. They got no lefty. They do got a lefty in the bullpen and Lucas. So Joe's going to come in. We're not going to do the double switch. That'll be it for Carpenter. Joe will come in and bat in the 9 spot. Sorry about that. Overthinking this a little bit. Just a little bit. So Joe will be facing Gonzalez, Headley, and Cito. And let's see if they're going to pitch hit here for Gonzalez, and I think they are. And Nat is going to come off the bench. Pitch hit here for Gonzalez against the lefty. And where's old Nate at? There he is. And Colbert is looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 2. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Kiss it goodbye. This game ain't tied any longer. Home run by Nate gives the Padres a 1-run lead. A pitch hit homer. Comes right off the bench and gets the job done. And Joe's shaking his head out there. One batter, one pitch. And let's see here. That might be it for Chase also. And Ken Caminiti's going to come on. He's going to come in, pitch hit for Chase, and stay in the game. And where is old Ken? There he is. So Caminiti comes in, and he's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a rare play, a 31 on a 39. A 31 and a 39. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. McGuire's down there. And a 52 and a 3 is probably going to be fielding column 3. And yes, it is. And that's going to be a 2-base error on McGuire. So an E3, Ken Caminiti is going to get down to second. And the wheels are falling off the cart here, folks. Runner down at second. Nobody out. And Joe can't believe it. He gives up a gopher ball. Then this main man down at first has a 2-base error. Cito's up. And Cito is 1 for 3. Can Joe pitch around this and keep this a 1-run game? And that's going to be against the lefty, a 19 and a 8. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And he's going to look the runner back to second. As he is, fire over to first for out number 1. Terry Kennedy comes up now. And Kennedy's 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field with Ken's speed. He's not going nowhere. And it's now 2 outs, and it's up to Tim Flannery to get something going. He's 0 for 3. Flown out, struck out, and grounded out. And he does. He squares this one up, folks. And that ball is driven into left field, and that's going to make it a 2-run ball game. And the error cost the Cardinals again here, folks. And that's going to be it for Bell. They're going to try to add some more runs here. And you know who's probably coming out of that bullpen now that the Padres got a lead. Mr. Dave Winfield's coming out of the dugout to see if he can bust this game wide open. San Diego's leading by 2. Here's Big Dave Winfield. And Dave is 0 for 1 on the year. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll make him a 16 and a 10. And that's going to be a fly ball. Nice play out there by Stan the Man. He robs Winfield of an RBI single. But the Padres score 2, make it 5-3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Like I say, Trevor Huffman's going to probably come in this game, try to get a 2-inning save here. And we got to get a third baseman and a first baseman. And you know what? So Nate will stay in the game. He'll play first. Ken's going to stay in the game. He's going to play third. And Trevor's going to come in the game and try to save this one for the Padres. And he's got Simmons, Drew, and Stan the Man due up here. And Stan is 1 for 3 today. He did single back in the 5th. That's going to be a ground ball down to Caminetti. He just came in the game, and the ball finds him. He fires over to first for out number 1. J.D. Drew comes up now. He's 1 for 2. He singled and walked in the game. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Cardinals will take it. And that brings the tying run to the plate. And Stan the Man, usual. Stan's 0 for 3. Can he cash in here, folks? Stan is batting a $143. He is overdue. Off to a slow start. That's just going to be a routine ball to center. Cito waits for it, makes the catch for out number 1. Number 2, rather. And now it's up to Lou Brock. And he's batting a $143, and he's 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 20 and a 9. And that's going to be a single. And Lou Brock keeps this inning alive with an infield hit. So now you got first and second. And that'll be it for Joe. And let's see who's going to come off the bench. And I think we all know who's coming off the bench, because he is a machine. Albert Pujols is coming off the bench here. Can Albert give the Cardinals the lead here? He says he's not a machine. I am not a machine. Albert is batting .400 with a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a deep fly ball. Gwynn near the track makes the catch, and a big sigh of relief from Trevor Hoffman, as that's out number 3. And the Cardinals again strand 2 to the top of the 9th we go. And Todd Worrell is going to come out of the bullpen here. And he'll be facing Templeton, Gwynn, and Nate. And sorry, he's going to be facing Roberts, Templeton, and Gwynn. And Bipp having a good game both in the field and definitely at the plate. 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Todd walks him. Can't afford to give up another run, down by 2. Here's Gary Templeton. And does Bippity Bop want to try to get down to second and get in scoring position? That would be a 29. I think he's going to try. 29 up by 2. Let's see here. D. Yes, he can. So that is after the 6th inning, or ahead by any number of runs. So it's going to be a 29, a 55 or lower. Bip makes it down the second. And he makes it down the second with a stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position. Still nobody out. Templeton at the plate. 2 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the loo for out number 1. Now you got Tony Gwynn up. And Gwynn's 1 for 4 today. And here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a 19 and an 8. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Ozzie is going to look the runner back to second, fire over to first. Now there's 2 outs. The runner's still down at second. And here comes Nate. He came in and hit that big pitch hit homer to give the Padres a 4-3 lead. And he gets swing and a miss, and Todd strikes him out. So the leadoff batter gets on, still second, but gets stranded. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The top of the order due up here against Trevor. And you got Smith, Herr, and McGuire. They need a base runner, especially with McGuire coming up. Ozzie's 1 for 4. He's doubled in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Cito for out number 1. Trevor definitely doesn't want McGuire coming up with Tommy Herr on the base. So he'll come after Tommy. Tommy is 0 for 3. He did walk and come around the score in the 5th. And that's going to be against the righty. That's a 9 and a 22. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Flannery. Nice play. Fires over to first. So now they're down to their last out. Here's Mark McGuire. He's having a hell of a game. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a 3-run homer. Here's the pitch. And that'll do it. And Trevor Hoffman is up to the task. He strikes McGuire out, and that's your ball game, folks. Nice game Padres. Take a look here at the box score in a 5-3 victory for San Diego. Oh, Biff Roberts. He was the man today. The Padres, 5 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. The Cardinals, 3 runs, 7 hits and 2 errors. Oh, Bippity Boppity Roberts, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Gary Templeton, 2 for 5. Padres are only 2 for 14, but they had the 2 homers by Roberts and Colbert. They left 8 men on base. And Mark McGuire, he tried to carry these Cardinals. He was 2 for 4 with a homer and a double and 3 RBIs. Cardinals were 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position, left 9 men on base. They had their opportunities, that's for darn sure. Kirby gets a no decision. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 4, struck out 3, and gave up the homer to McGuire. Bell comes in, pitches 1 inning, gets the win, and 1 strikeout. And Trevor Hoffman gets his first save of the year, pitches 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and struck out 1. Carpenter gets a no decision. He pitched a hell of a ball game. 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs. His defense even left him down. He only gave up 2 earned runs, struck out 5, and gave up a homer. Poor Joe comes in, gets rocked with a leadoff homer. He gets the loss. He falls to 0-1. 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, and again the defense left him down. Only 1 of those runs was earned and 1 homer. Todd Worrell comes in, shuts the door, 1 inning, walked 1, and struck out 1. And we go to the standings and leaderboard. And the Braves are a half a game up on New York. The Nats are a game and a half back. The Phillies 2 games and the Marlins 3. And in the Central, got the Brewers and Pirates tied for first. The Chicago Cubs a half a game back. Cincinnati and St. Louis are 2 games back, and the Astros 2.5. And out west, the Giants a game up on LA. The Diamondbacks a game back. And Colorado and San Diego both are a game and a half back. And you got Paul Molitor leading the league with a .560 batting average. Sammy with his 7 homers and 12 RBIs. Bagwell also has 12 RBIs to lead the league. And again, no ERA leading the league. And Caldwell, Gooden, and Rocker leading with 2 wins. And Kentacoffey with his 3 saves leading the league. Sammy's leading in the MVP voting. John Rucker's leading in the Cy Young. We'll have the next game on here will be the final game of this series. Take a look here. I think you're going to have Jones on the jukebox. Oh, Randy Jones going up against Wainwright. I believe that's who it's going to be. Yep, Jones against Wainwright. Randy, he pitched a complete game shutout his first game. See what he can do here against the Cardinals. I want to thank Ken Castro for stopping by. Again, if you're new to the channel, that subscribe button doesn't cost you a dime. Go ahead and hit it. It lets you subscribe to the channel, and then you can hit that bell and get reminders and know what's going on. And then you can slam that like button on the way out. Leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.